You know the feeling. It's 2 a.m. You're staring at a $200 set of calligraphy pens you haven't touched since 2022. Next to them, a stack of Japanese kanji workbooks with only the first 3 pages filled out. In your browser, 47 tabs are open, half on urban planning, half on sourdough hydration levels. Society calls this flaky. They say you lack grit. They throw the jack of all trades insult at you, conveniently forgetting the second half of that quote. But oftentimes better than a master of one. You aren't broken. You possess the knowledge instinct. You share the biological signature of Leonardo da Vinci and Hedy Lamarr. Today, we dismantle the specialization trap and build the M-shaped geometry for your career. Your brain is a super sensor. While others process life in 1080p, you're in 8K. When you start a new hobby, your reward prediction error spikes. Because you learn faster than average, your brain floods with dopamine. This is the novice high. The plateau isn't a sign of failure. It's a metabolic shift. Once the core logic of a skill is mapped, the novelty drops. For a specialist, this is where the work begins. For you, the dopamine tap shuts off. To bridge this, you must train the anterior mid-cingulate cortex, AMCC. Think of the AMCC as the tenacity muscle. Research shows that elite athletes and polymaths have physically thicker AMCCs. The goal isn't to force yourself to love the boredom. It's to lift the weight of the plateau for just 15% longer than your instinct dictates. This 15% is where dabblers become masters. The 20th century was a kind learning environment. Think golf or chess. The rules are static. Feedback is instant. In a kind world, the I-shaped specialist wins. But the 21st century is a wicked environment. The rules change mid-game. The specialist suffers from cognitive entrenchment. They become so good at one thing, they lose the ability to see alternatives. You, however, are built for far transfer. This is the ability to take a mental model from architecture, structural integrity, and apply it to a marketing campaign, narrative tension. In a wicked world, the generalist who can connect dots is the only one who survives the AI revolution. Stop trying to be a generalist, the dash shape. Being a mile wide and an inch deep leads to imposter syndrome and low market value. Instead, aim for the M shape. Leg 1, the anchor, your primary high-value skill, e.g. software engineering. This pays the bills and provides the patent clerk stability. Leg 2, the catalyst, a secondary deep skill that is unrelated but complementary, e.g. behavioral psychology. The connector, the bridge, the horizontal bar of the M is your synthesis. Case study, consider a data scientist, leg 1, who is also a master storyteller, leg 2. They don't just produce spreadsheets, they produce conviction. They are 10x more valuable than a specialist who can't speak to humans. How do you build the M? You use serial mastery. Do not try to learn 3 things at once. The season of depth, 70%. Spend 18 months on one pillar. Goal. Reach unconscious competence. The playground, 30%. This is for your shiny object syndrome. Dedicate 30% of your time to low-stakes curiosity. Proactive interference. To keep your brain plastic, ensure your playground skill is the opposite of your pillar. If you code all day, your playground should be pottery or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. This prevents mental stiffness and keeps your learning rate high. You are an idea factory with a small workbench. You need a second brain. When your obsession with antique clock repair inevitably fades after 3 weeks, don't feel guilty. Capture the dots. Use a Zettelkasten system. Every insight becomes a permanent note. Years later, when you are designing a user interface, you'll search your notes for mechanics and find that 18th century clockwork provides the perfect metaphor for your digital layout. This is where genius comes from. It's just a well-organized graveyard of hobbies. You are an orchid in a world of dandelions. You require specific conditions to bloom, but when you do, you are spectacular. Stop trying to be consistent in the way specialists are. Be consistent in your curiosity. Pick your first pillar. Build your playground. Capture your dots. You weren't meant to do one thing. You were meant to see how everything is one thing.